Hello, I'm Seafood Source Editor Sean Murphy, and we're coming to you from Paris today from the Global Aquaculture Alliance's GOAL2013 conference. And I'm here today with Bjorn Myrseth, who is the director of Vitamar, based in Bergen, Norway. And we're here, Bjorn, because I understand you're going to be receiving the Lifetime Achievement Award today. This is a very prestigious honor. What was your reaction when you learned that you were going to be receiving this honor today?
Yeah, I was very surprised because it came out of the blue, a phone call telling me that you would be awarded this prestigious award, and I was surprised because I haven't been thinking of that I earned it.
Well, you certainly have earned it. Your career goes back to the early 1970s, starting out in fish farming in Norway, where of course you're from. I'm curious, how has the field of fish farming and seafood farming and aquaculture changed? What are some of the most significant changes you've noticed in your time?
Well, one is, of course, the knowledge base we have today compared to what we started with in 1970, when we knew very little about the fish we were farming. And I think we're very lucky that we had the success we had. Mm-hmm. And so that's one thing. And also, I think it's important to think about all the changes, what we've learned all these years, and what we have had to use. If you didn't implement and use the new knowledge we had, we wouldn't have been here today. Mm. So it's have been a continuous innovation in the industry. And also what I've seen is that we have been seen farms growing from being small family-owned entities to big corporations. Mm-hmm. These has been the big changes. Hmm. And the success of salmon I've had from going to what's being a local delicacy in Northern Europe to be a fish that today eaten all over the world.
Now, something interesting, you've spoken with one of our writers, Mike Urch, for a column that was on seafoodsource.com recently, and you were talking about the importance of seeking non-traditional protein feeds for salmon and for fish. Has this come as a kind of a shock? Because I know only the past few years they've been really talking about it, and I think there are a lot of traditionalists out there that are still clinging to the fish meal and fish oil idea. How much of a reaction have you been getting from the aquaculture industry talking about this subject?
Well, I think we've seen over the years and learned, certainly from Norway being also a fish meal producer, that there hasn't been, will in the future not be enough fish meal and fish oil. So this has been a gradual approach, and I think many of the people eating salmon and selling salmon hasn't been aware of this. Today, about 70% of the protein of salmon in Norway eat is of vegetable origin. Mm-hmm. And part of the oil is, of course, also vegetable origin. And we soon, and for fish meal, we are about in 1-to-1 in the fish in, fish out ratio. Mm-hmm. For oil, we still have a little way to go. And by seeing this happening, I also thought that some of the fish that do not need this high oil meal content will have a great future, where you can use cheaper vegetable protein to feed them, like tilapia and pangasius would be some of the fish for the future.
And you also mentioned in that article that you're talking about how it has to be profitable. I mean, you even said fish farming must be profitable. What message would you have for some of the fish farmers out there who are thinking of exploring alternative proteins but might be concerned about the cost and the transition or anything of that nature? I mean, what would be your message to them?
I think they should go on and try carefully new ingredients, not rush in, as we from time to time do, and increase dramatically, and then we have problems with fish diseases and malnutrition. So I think a gradual approach and properly done research, I think, is very important when we put new ingredients into our fish.
Finally, today you say in your acceptance speech you want to mention the other people that were helpful and the importance of having the right personnel to do the right job. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, I think I've been lucky over the years and have employed very many and worked together with many clever people, and I have enjoyed that, working with them and giving them empower and freedom to also try out some of their ideas. And I think this has benefited the growth of the companies I've been involved with tremendously. And I'm also a big fan of bonuses, so you reward people when they do a good job and share part of the profit with them.
Okay. Bjorn Myrseth, thank you very much for your time, and congratulations once again on the Lifetime Achievement Award. It's definitely a great honor, and really appreciate you taking the time to talk with us. You're the director of Vitamar, based in Bergen, Norway. And keep watching today on seafoodsource.com for more news and more full coverage of the 2013 Global 2013 conference.